track by track.
All right, hello and welcome to Galveston County Radio. Hey, it's Sunday morning, about 11 a.m., and I got the boys here from So Soon the Truth. Guys, hey, say hello and introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm JD. I play guitar and I sing in the band.
This is John. I play drums for So Soon the Truth.
Hi, I'm Peter. I play guitar and sing in So Soon the Truth.
You sing, don't you, Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. A little bit of backup singing there.
There's songs where I sing like the bulk of the song too. It's just like a co-lead vocals type thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Trade off.
Switch it up a lot.
Handling harmonies. Who's the high voice? Who's the low voice and whatnot? Is it?
We're totally interchangeable. Like
Yeah,
there's songs where he does all the singing and I'll do the harmonizing. Songs that we both scream sometimes. Yeah.
Are you the screamer, JD?
I do more of the screaming than Peter by a good amount. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, great to have you. How was the drive down from Houston, fellas?
Oh, beautiful. I love the drive down. I love Galveston. Wish I could be out here more often.
John, like a bro, picked us up, made the drive.
No doubt.
Okay.
All right. Is he the designated driver?
A lot of times. He has probably the best vehicle to house all of us.
Always driving to shows.
He's got the big old truck.
Yeah. What kind of truck? Usually people got the van or the trailer. What are you getting around in?
Right
Mainly
now,
John's truck.
Right
Yeah.
now,
The truck,
we're working on getting a van eventually for touring and those things. So.
Speaking of touring or shows, what's coming up soon for you guys?
Long term, we're trying to get a tour set up in spring. It's looking at this coming up spring with band Mannequin Mishap. They're pretty good buddies of ours. As of shows, the next one we have is
October 9th. We're playing the clinic. They're doing the Battle for So What
that's
Fest.
right, that's right.
That's in Grand Prairie. Has a bunch of bands we really like. So we're gonna try our hand at that and see if we can win it and get onto to that show. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's huge. It's probably one of the best opportunities come through in a while.
What are you guys? What are you going to do to prep yourself? Are you just going to go straight forward with your regular show? Or are you going to try to do something? Are you doing some more rehearsing? Something new, a surprise on us, or what? What do you think you'll do to beat out the competition?
I think the good thing about this is like it's a shortened set, so we have probably like over an hour of material, and since it's only like a 20-25 minute window, because it's going to be like more of a battle of the bands type, we can really pick our like best songs, or like I guess our bangers, you would say, like the ones that we know get people more into it, or newer stuff like that.
How do they choose the bands?
I don't know.
I don't know that, like, as far as winning or just in getting into the competition.
Is there a group of guys that sit down there in the front and judge you, or is it crowd participation?
Yeah.
No, it's not like the applause-o-meter or anything. No, it's a judge thing. I think it has 2 judges, 3. Maybe I think it has 3 judges.
I think it's 3 total.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, cool. Well, let me get down. Let's get down a little deeper here. I know that you've been together as a band for about 4 or 5 years now.
We us 3 as a drummer and 2 guitarists and singers have been playing. This is our second band.
It's been about 5 years now.
Yeah, it's been 5 years, but with this band, So Soon the Truth has only been a thing for about 2 years, I'd say, a year and a half, something like that.
Right around there, 2 years, I'd say.
But me and JD started playing 2000 and something. I don't know when we started playing.
Probably like 2009.
Yeah, like quite a while ago.
It's been 7 years.
Have y'all been getting along together? Have you had one of your own first fights or arguments, or y'all?
Oh no, not
friends?
really.
Come on, let's not lie about it.
I don't think so. I really don't know. I don't know. Not really.
John, have you thrown a drumstick at anybody for messing up, or are you that guy?
We let John handle the fighting mostly.
No, just to our fill and bassist Bryce right now. He doesn't pay a lot of attention.
We are. We had a bassist. We parted ways with him, so now we're having a fill-in, which is actually from a Galveston based band, author, a poet. But we've been knowing him for a long time too. He's like a real good friend of ours, type thing.
Yeah. That's Bryce.
Bryce, yeah.
Yeah, Bryce.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Joseph is the one who suggested you guys come down and come down to Galveston County Radio and do something with you guys, and so I'm so grateful for him referring you.
He's a great guy.
Now that I've met you and heard the music, ready to get you in the rotation and having you guys involved in our scene down here.
Yeah, right on.
Think
Yeah,
y'all feel-
definitely.
Yeah, so where are you from? Where are you from, JD?
I grew up right around South Houston. I think for the most part we all kind of did. I've moved
Mhm.
all around Houston. I've lived over by like Woodridge but mainly it's just Soho like my whole life. So
South Houston.
yeah.
No doubt. What got you playing an instrument or a guitar? Or what was your first instrument and why?
I guess like throughout my whole upbringing, like my whole family is my dad and my brother both played. My dad played bass, my brother played guitar and saxophone. So my first instrument was actually saxophone. I started when I was like in 5th grade. Just because we had to do like it was like you have to be in bell choir or band, so pick one. So my brother had an extra saxophone, so I just picked it up and started playing that. And then a couple more years went by, stuck with that, and then I started playing guitar. I just got into it. I was listening to music all the time. It was all about music. I was in school, always had my headphones on. I was always listening to something. So
Were you one of the desk beaters?
that was actually him.
That was me.
Of course, the drummer John.
Before I knew that
Mhm.
this was what I was gonna do.
Yeah,
Yeah, because y'all know each other since like middle school, right?
yeah.
I met JD in 6th grade. We weren't like super bros, but we were pretty cool. I remember one time he taught me Morse code, and it was pretty nice. I don't remember it
More
anymore.
tapping,
but
yeah.
tapping code, so we could communicate behind the teacher's back.
And then I turned
Cheat.
that into a drum beat years later.
Still working on it to this day. But
Same for you, John. What got you in playing music?
well, I didn't really start playing my drums until I really started playing with these guys. My friend Linda had a drum set from one of her old boyfriends that she had taken back into her custody, and I was like, "Hey, let me buy that from you," because Pete and JD had just lost their drummer they were playing with, and not lost him like he died, but he wasn't.
He was dead to us.
Yes, I guess you could say so. But God, I hope
Not really.
Nick, if you're listening, we love you, bro. No, but I was like, let me buy that off you, and then I did, and we got together and we jammed a little bit, and they were like, yeah, let's try to make this work, and we've been playing ever since. So
What kind of drums were they?
I still have them to this day. They're pearl forearms.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, you know.
pearls, nice pearls.
Pearls. Yeah, I need to get a new set actually, but that's in a few months.
Well, Peter, how about the same question? What got you into music? Or, you can get into music, and we all love music and listening to music, but it's the different choice of being a musician. What got you to that point?
Yeah, my grandfather is actually a professional bassist his whole life. So I was like, and like my mom sang, my aunt sang, music's always been in the family. So they started me off with like violin in like the 1st grade or 2nd grade. Then I went to choir. Then I picked up trombone, played through that in middle school, and then I don't know when I started playing guitar. Maybe like the 5th grade or something. I got a guitar for Christmas, and it was like cool as shit. I started playing it all the time.
Yeah, did you think of picking up the other instruments before the guitar helped you to understand the melody or the notes of the guitar?
I don't know, maybe subconsciously, but I don't know. I don't really ever put too much attachment to that because even when I first started playing guitar, I felt like I was like not very good for like a year or 2 years, and then all of a sudden just started playing a lot more and it started coming a lot more naturally.
Were you just listening to the music and trying to pick up the chords, or were you reading music, or like some of us, we were reading the magazines, tablature type of thing. Really helped me back when it came out.
Yeah, for sure. The tablature was that was more what I did too. Like the internet, somebody started showing you stuff on YouTube, and so I was like, oh man, this is awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, YouTube's a great tool.
Yeah, it's crazy. You can learn anything on YouTube, really.
Speaking of YouTube, what you guys got going on your YouTube channels? Is there something for people to watch? What you got going on?
Yeah, we have a video for the title track from our EP that we released last November. The song's called Past Present, and it's the Past Present EP. So we have a music video up from that our buddy Francois did for us. So shout out to Francois if he's listening.
Yeah. SWA movement.
Yeah, he took a lot of time and got a lot of footage and put that all together for us from live and then from practice and just all kinds of stuff. It's actually a really good video. He's really, really good at what he does, so
yeah,
we're happy with it.
What was the lyric video?
That's another song off the EP we released. It's called Bill Murray Marathon. It's a real good one. I think we have 3 singles off the Devout is also on YouTube, so you can hear 3 of the singles from that release.
Well, it leads us into it. Let's promote this thing. This is an EP. It's got 5 songs on your EP, and it's called the Past Present EP.
Right.
Just open it up. You got a nice little CD package here. Will you have this available soon? Is it out now? Or
Yeah, it is. We have copies of it if anybody would like to pick them up. We always have them at shows, or I mean, they can hit us up on any social media platform, and we'll definitely make it happen.
you can
for everybody.
purchase your music on your Bandcamp.
Yeah, actually,
iTunes.
we're on iTunes.
iTunes.
Our stuff's up on Spotify, Apple Music. It's all over the place. But if you want a physical copy, you can just contact any of us. But yeah, you can also. We have one song on Bandcamp that you can purchase if you want to, but it's up there. I'm pretty sure for free. Also, you can just download it.
Yeah.
Make a donation if you want to.
Reading the first song here, I really enjoyed the Bill Murray Marathon. Now that's a name that I've never really that's not your typical name for a song, you know. What's the song about, or what is the meaning of that?
Kind of for me, when we were writing the song, it's just I guess it's kind of more related specifically to Groundhog's Day for me, where he's like kind of stuck in the same thing over and over. So that's kind of where the Bill Murray and the marathon thing come into play. But yeah, it's just kind of all related to that, being stuck in the same thing, like almost like you're in jail. Like it's just always in the same thing happening again and again. Never changes.
Where did you record the EP?
We recorded the bulk of it at 713 Studios down in downtown Houston, and then we actually the guy we were working with, Isaac Garza, he ended up leaving the studio, so we finished it up at his buddy's studio that he has out in his place in Kingwood. I can't remember what it's called. Do you remember?
No, I don't.
It was nice though. His name's John Stevens, and he has a really nice
I think
spot.
it's John Allen Stevens Studios.
Maybe so.
Possibly.
Yeah, but he had a great setup out there, and
Yeah,
it was
really
good working with
actually.
them. But yeah, we did most of it at 713, which was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's a nice
It's
studio.
like a top of the line billion dollar.
It was a
recording
really
studio.
yeah,
Very nice.
great place. And we actually got it mixed by another person. Mike Watts went ahead and helped us with it.
Not the Houston Mike Watts.
Not Michael 5,000 watts. But,
he screwed it for us. It's actually Mike Watts. He's like a really cool guy in our like genre underground scene. He did The Deer Hunter. He's done Brand New, I believe, As Cities Burn.
A Stars Lines, Chariot.
Yeah, a bunch of cool stuff.
So we jumped at the chance to work with them, of course.
For sure.
Did you like the recording process? Did you find it daunting, or some guys just think it's so boring, you know, track after take after take and whatnot? How did you take to the recording process?
for me personally, it was like a huge learning experience because I had never really been in that environment before. Never really recorded like anything, you know, with an entire band, and like trying to get it perfect was, you know, it was a task at first. But like I said, I learned a lot. So, you know, we actually recorded 2 new songs recently, and those turned out, I feel like, even better than the last group of songs. Not taking anything away from them, but you know, it's just you're getting better and better. So it's nice, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it was definitely easier our second go around in the studio. The first go around in the studio was really, like you said, it was like a bunch of learning. Like we really were fine. I think we would even like fix. You could hear more things in the studio, like everything when you're recording it. Like, oh, maybe I do want to tweak this part or replace this part and stuff. It was really good for us as a band. I think we started writing much better stuff once we left the studio.
So you were inspired by the recording
Yeah, I think
process.
very much so. I think so. I think we started. Oh, for me personally, I don't want to speak for anybody, but I took it more seriously. I was like, man, this is like, all right, now we're doing it like for real.
Right.
Yeah.
This is permanent.
Yeah.
This is a permanent record of.
Yeah, we're trying to really take this thing off the ground.
Yeah, you learn that maybe different ways that you could write a part to make what you want, like in the end product, have more clarity. That maybe I shouldn't try to get it across this way. Maybe I do it this way, and it's gonna sound better in the end. I think we all learned so much. It was great.
And the truth is, even before we started recording the last album, we were practicing in JD's spare bedroom. It's probably one of the tiniest rooms we've ever practiced in. So probably wasn't a lot of clarity in there, and that maybe made writing and then going into the studio and hearing everything different.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the truth, what's in a name? What is the name? What's going on? And can anybody tell me? Is there a story behind that? What's the purpose?
There's not really too great of a story, really. I think we just said it was our third band name, like third different band. So we're like, all right, we gotta change the name. So we're thinking of names, and really we just came up with a list where everyone make up 14. Let's all bring them together and see what we can get. I think what were we at first? We were something else, right?
There were other,
no, like there was like one and
other traits maybe.
Was it were we language of the people?
No.
We were one of the ones that we had picked, and I was like, oh, maybe we should be this one. And then we just all decided to switch it.
And I always liked the way it sounded. So soon, the truth.
Yeah,
it
cool.
makes you think like, okay, what's this about? And then maybe it means
new artist alert.
Yeah.
So soon the truth. Every night this week at 7 p.m. on the Track by Track channel. Listen in for the broadcast of the So Soon the Truth interview. Pete, John, and JD give it to us straight. Every night this week, 7 p.m. on the Track by Track channel.
The state of music. What some of your influences maybe? It's kind of a multi-part question if you'd like.
As far as local bands go, there's I would say before we started getting real heavy into playing and everything, I didn't know how much of a good scene we have going on right now in Houston, and of course Galveston too. An author poet, those are our good friends. They're from Galveston, but when we were starting, we played with them so much and we love them. They're absolutely one of the best bands around here. But getting more to our genre, there's, like we said, Mannequin Mishap, Crimson Arrow. I mean, there's a bunch of bands out there that we really dig.
Among Us.
Yeah, Vox Voces is really great, and they're actually on tour right now. But we started finding all the bands in this niche that they are out there. Like, I didn't even realize that there were other bands that were doing what we're doing, like along the lines of. They're good guys too. Cool. Yeah, there's tons of great bands in this area, and it's awesome to be part of the scene.
It's just so great because Houston is like so diversified, and there's so much good music around. So it's really good.
Such a huge city.
Yeah,
ginormous. As far as influences go, I'd say we all love like Circus Survive a whole lot. Bands like As Tall as Lions, Minus the Bear, At the Drive-In, the Mars Volta,
Radiohead.
Yeah, y'all chime in whenever.
Yeah, going into the harder side of things, since I, like I said, do more of the screaming stuff. Like I really love Poison the Well. I love The Chariot.
Follow Troy.
Follow Troy. Yeah, did you say Follow Troy?
Oh, no, probably.
Who else? Sticking to the heavier side of things. I mean, there's a bunch of.
Did you say Every Time I Die?
Every Time I Die. Yeah, love Every Time I Die. Obviously, Deftones.
Yeah.
I mean, took me a while, but I do really like Dance Gavin Dance. Bar. We got lucky enough to play with them here recently, and they're awesome. So that was cool.
We tend to like the more like keep switching it up, not the so much repeat like verse chorus, like the natural structure of songs. So we're like into
artist alert.
Type bands.
So Soon the Truth. Every night this week at 7 p.m. on the Track by Track channel. Listen in for the broadcast of the So Soon the Truth interview. Pete, John, and JD give it to us straight. Every night this week, 7 p.m. on the Track by Track channel.
I mean, right now, I think it's easy to say Scout Bar is probably our favorite venue to play at.
Yeah, they have incredible. Ruben, the guy that does their sound there, is amazing.
The lights too, like the production value of that place is just like.
Yeah, Thomas has it going on over there.
It's super dope. I highly recommend Scout Bar to any band.
Yeah, and we love them. Like they've been cool with us since the beginning, and we appreciate it. Like they've done so much for us.
Yeah, we played some of our first shows ever there, like ever.
That was the first show I ever played. Was at Scout Bar, yeah.
Let me throw you a curveball. What do you think about EDM?
I'm not too into it.
You sure, Pete?
Not really.
If anybody was
sometimes
into
I like trap beats when rappers like rap over
it. Without getting too bogged down with any real feelings about it, I would say the people that originated and started and created this whole big trend with it, that's awesome. I mean, good for them. Like they did something new. I mean, look at Sonny Moore. He came from one of my favorite bands. Like I love from first to last. And then he stepped up, and Skrillex was like the first huge EDM monster. I mean, not really, but brought it to the mainstream.
He's out there.
And I have a lot of respect for him. But as far as the musicianship of that, for somebody to sit down and craft a beat in like Ableton or whatever it may be, I mean, sit down, use MIDI, and take your time to do that. I personally haven't really ever seen the draw of it to go. I mean, honestly, I don't see the big deal about it, but I mean, they're making music, they're doing their thing, good for them. I have respect for anybody that's putting music out.
If you're out making it for the right reasons and because you're passionate about it and stuff, like that's cool. If you're out to make a buck, sometimes it gets kind of weird.
Yeah, I just don't see that. I think for me, music's always been kind of about like you share like emotion and how you feel and the human condition. It's about connecting with other people, and I just don't see that coming through that cold interface of a computer screen and some DJ tables that I'm ever going to have any connection with the person up there that's performing that.
So what do you think of the current state of music, the music business itself?
I think it's awesome, really. Like the more you see more bands and other artists doing the do-it-yourself way, like you have all your own masters, you can like book your own tours or get it like hire
artist
to do
alert.
it for you. And
So soon the truth.
I think a lot of
Every
ways,
night
the
this
way
week
to capture
at
the
7
eye of a
p.m.
record
on the
label is
Track
like,
by
okay,
Track
but
channel.
forth, you're building
Listen
your
in
own,
for the
audience
broadcast
already, and then
of
they'll
the
wanna take that
So
product
Soon
and
the
then
Truth
continue to
interview.
put you forward instead of having
Pete,
to start
John,
from
and
ground zero.
JD give it to us straight. Every night this week,
It's
7
crazy
p.m.
how far
on
it's
the
come
Track
from,
by
like,
Track
Napster, and
channel.
It used to be all about record sales and everything, and these days, any band that we're really into, they're not making any record sales. Don't mean anything. I mean, they do in terms of, how you're gonna come up in the scene and where you're gonna be at and standing with, the people out there that are listening and obviously like the mainstream. But as a band these days, you're making money from merch. It's all about live shows. You're not getting money from your record sales. It doesn't. Yes, it's important. You have to sell records. Obviously, you need people to listen to your music. But I mean, things have changed in a big way, and I would say it can be good and it can be bad because there's so much. Like if you tune into the radio these days, it's 90% of it is like pop, rap, and there's a few like indie bands out there that are doing it. Like Cage the Elephant is they're one example of a band that's not only huge but great, and I think that's rare in this day and age. But it's also awesome because it weeds out like in the smaller musical communities, like all the bands that we like, they put in the hard work. They're out there, they're logging the hours, they're touring, they're putting everything into it. And the ones that truly love it and truly have the passion for it, a lot of times, the cream rises to the top. There they are. There's the bands that we love.
All right. Well, then let's get on to sports. Any guys sports fans? I see
big
a
sports
Texans
fans.
hat over there.
Yeah.
Chelsea
Texans,
FC.
baby. Yeah, no, I love sports. I mean, that's what I did mostly growing up, like basketball and stuff. I was mainly about that. Like I said, I didn't start playing until I started playing with these guys musically. So before that, it was all basketball and football.
Yeah, that's how me and John met through basketball.
And people were hoop stars back at JV high school.
Back in
Yeah,
our
baby,
younger
shout out.
days.
But yeah, I mean, I love sports. It's always been a huge part of my life. I love to be active. You got to stay healthy out there. A lot of bad stuff you intake daily now that's available and readily available as far as fast food and stuff goes. So
That's true.
And you guys pump the iron.
Yeah.
Me inconsistently, but yeah.
Do you go to the gym often?
mainly to play basketball.
Man, we used to. JD, I'll let
Y'all
you
still shooting hoops in the neighborhood?
gotta
JD's on the injured list.
Yeah,
he's recovered.
I was in that thing like for the last okay, I got injured about almost 6 months ago now. I broke my
artist alert. So soon the
long bone in
truth.
your foot on the left
Every
side.
night this
It was,
week
like, non-contact.
at 7
We were playing
p.m.
basketball,
on the Track
and,
by
I
Track
pushed off
channel.
and it just
Listen in
snapped.
for the
Snapped the bone of my
broadcast
foot.
of the
Had to get
So
surgery
Soon
and
the
everything.
Truth
Before that, I was
interview.
in the gym like every
Pete,
other
John,
day.
and
We were playing
JD
basketball
give
all
it
the
to us
time.
straight.
I was super fit.
Every night
And
this
then it was
week,
like, you
7
gotta get
p.m.
surgery, you can't
on the
walk,
Track
no
by
weight
Track
bearing.
channel.
That's when the depression sets in. No, not really, but kinda. But it's tough to get back to where you were. But I'm on the path now. I mean, I'm back to barely got back to running. about 2 weeks ago. So it was an intense recovery, and it's definitely a fear factor trying to get back to everything after that. So they got him better though.
We actually had a tour was in the midst of being set up. It was like halfway set up. We had it set for like June 1st through 14th or something, 11th, something like that. And that didn't happen. Everything got canceled. Yeah, it was depression all around.
Should have had our first tour, and I ended up ruining it by breaking a bone.
Yeah, selfishly broke his foot.
What was I thinking?
No, I saw it. I saw it was in front of us. I saw it with my own eyes.
Yeah, we had just come off 4 games back-to-back W's, but actually with the current lineup of band members.
Yeah, because Brian was playing basketball with us, the bassist from Not the Poet. So.
Right. Brian.
Yeah, you said Brian, right?
I'm sorry.
All right, Brian Bucks, shout out.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so that sucks. Anybody with a Jones fracture, my heart goes out to you.
Yeah. Shout out to Southeast Memorial.
Hey, if the drummer from Def Leppard can play with one arm, come on.
Why does everybody keep saying that? At least I got to keep the foot.
There you go. No amputation there, huh?
Yeah, I told him take the foot, save the tour.
There you go.
We could have been pirates, just Captain JD.
I could have been, but our music is for me to sit down. Actually, I did play one show seated, and I'll tell you, it's not the same.
Not cool.
He's a screamer, like he gets into those parts. It's tough.
Sit down and get really intense while seated. It's just not. I'm not BB King, so it's not happening.
I know that you have dual guitars, 2 guitar players in the band. Peter plays. Would you say that you were the lead guitar player?
That too. We both just so interchangeable. Sometimes we're soloing at the same time. Sometimes one's chill. Sometimes it's all over the place. Sometimes I feel like it's who kind of frames the song first will tend to take the rhythm sometimes and let the other person dress it up, but it's not always like that either.
Yeah, it just depends. It's a case by case basis.
New artist alert. So soon the truth. Every night this week at 7 p.m. on the Track by Track channel. Listen in for the broadcast of the So Soon the Truth interview. Pete, John, and JD give it to us straight. Every night this week, 7 p.m. on the Track by Track channel.
You want to do, and it's really, obviously, it's about music, and we've been in several bands together, and past, present. I mean, obviously, the only one lacking there is future, so I guess it's kind of about moving forward and doing what we feel like we're destined to do, like what we really want to do. That's how I always felt about it, but obviously that stuff's always up to interpretation, and we encourage everybody to find their own meaning in it. So that's half the fun of music anyways.
For sure.
What about the 2 new songs that you have out? If those are unreleased?
We have an old copy of All Directions out there.
All Directions is like a re-release.
Yeah. I have a CD here with All Directions and Tangible. Are these new recordings?
Yeah, they're brand new recordings.
This is after the EP.
Yeah, those are probably a little over a month old.
Those are hot off the press.
Yeah, you guys, are you gonna put this on an album, or is this where this is leading to?
Yeah, we're looking at maybe recording, either an EP or an LP, depending on how much more material we can get recorded. It's something we talked about. We haven't released that really. We just have the hard copies at the shows, and
it's probably going to be, we're thinking another like 7 or 8 song release. We don't know. I mean, you could call it a full length if you want, but we don't really even care about what it's called really too much, I don't think. But I doubt we'll do something like 10 songs. Have we done it? But we have like probably like 3 other songs set that we're going to put on there for sure that we just haven't recorded yet. So like you said, we're going to probably wait to see how much floods out, how much we're going to release.
Do you find that putting out songs maybe one by one, like singles, putting out singles is what you guys like to do, or do you think putting out an album of collection of songs is more artistic, or what do you think about just, some people just put out singles every 2 or 3 months and that's how they work now? What do you think you'll do with that?
I would prefer to always put out either an EP or an LP. I mean, it had been a little bit, we came out with that record last November, and we're in September now, so we definitely, we don't want to stagnate, so we're trying to get the ball rolling on this new thing, and we just decided to dive in and get started, and those are destined to end up on a either short playing or long playing release here in the near future, probably early 2017.
New artist alert.
Well, we definitely
So
appreciate
soon
you
the truth.
bringing the,
Every night
songs
this
in,
week
these two
at
new
7
songs that we're
p.m.
gonna
on the
release
Track by Track channel.
exclusive on
Listen in
Galveston
for the
Radio.
broadcast
They'll be
of the
available
So Soon the
here in
Truth
our rotation
interview.
at Track by Track.
Pete, John, and JD give it
Let me
to us
ask you about
straight
the
every night
station.
this
What do you
week,
guys think
7
about the
p.m.
station?
on the
Have you
Track
had
by
any
Track
other,
channel.
internet radio stations approach you, or where else can we kind of hear your music?
We've been on play at, what's that, Visionary Noise on 90.1?
Yeah.
90.1, we're in their lineup. 3 songs, I think.
Yeah,
They're all off of the EP. Like you said, though, these 2 newer songs, they haven't been heard or released anywhere. It's all hard copy, like kind of like old school type stuff going on right now with that.
It was Derek Bros that got us in.
Yeah,
over
Derek
there, right?
Rose, big shout out to him. We've also been on 94.5 The Buzz twice. Once for like what's it called, the scout bar thing?
The Texas Buzz, back when they were
once
doing
for
that.
Texas Buzz and once for something else.
Well, they're not doing that anymore.
They're
No,
not.
I think we were on one of the last shows.
I think we were the last
Yeah.
one, actually.
That's
I think
pretty
we may have
crazy.
been the last one.
That was a good time, except I guess this wasn't enough.
Yeah, it's cool. It was cool.
We've also been approached by Reach Down Radio.
Oh yeah, Reach Down. I think we're on that too.
We
Did
haven't
we send them the tracks?
we haven't sent them the tracks yet. We're waiting to do a show with them eventually.
We're
but
playing hard to get with them right now.
Yeah, it's more enticing. The payoff's bigger in the end. So
So you think?
Yeah, they really like us.
you gotta spend some time with us and really work it over. So
Well, hey, it was great to meet you guys, JD, John, and Peter from So Soon the Truth. Look forward to seeing you more often and hearing about you. You can find these guys, like I say, on Track by Track. Tune in. I'm going to put probably about 5 of these songs in rotation, and keep listening. If y'all enjoy the music out there, if you like So Soon the Truth, you can contact them through all their websites. And you contact us here and request their music. And appreciate the interview, guys.
thank you.
Right on. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
we really
thanks,
appreciate
Jason.
it.
Appreciate it. This is a great place.
Track by Track.